Alright, so we have created an analysis of the pattern, and we have a cell and a tile and an arrayed pattern. Now I want to create a second cell and a second tile and create a new pattern over here. So I'm just going to take these two. I'm going to left click on that to select it, hold down the control key and left click on that to select it. I'm going to copy it by selecting the copy up here. I'm going to pick a base point by left clicking and just copy those over to here. Now I'm just going to ungroup these. So if I ungroup them, now they're back to their lines, right? And this actually still has the cells in it. So we'll leave that as it is for right now and concentrate on making a new cell. Now the cell is actually, even though it's just a sort of almond shaped piece, it actually is a square, right? We just don't have any lines that are representing that square right now. They're kind of invisible. So I'm going to make a new cell that has a line here, and it's a fill. So I'm just going to go back to the annotate. I'm going to go to detail line, and I'm going to use a thin gray line. And I'm going to left click here, draw out to there, and then left click down there, so I have that line right there. And then I'll maybe make these lines instead of red. I'm going to select them both, and I'm going to make them wide lines, so they'll just be black lines. And then I think I'll put maybe a fill inside this area right here. So I'll go to my annotate region, and let's go ahead and put a gray fill in it, which means I'm going to need to create a new fill. So I'll just go to edit type here, and I'll duplicate the diagonal crosshatch and just name it solid gray. Click OK, and I'm going to change the color to gray, and I'm going to change the fill pattern to solid. Click OK and click OK. Now it wants me to create an outline, so I'm going to use thin gray line and pick line to pick over the top of those, and then I'll use the wide lines to pick over the top of that one, so there'll be similar lines that outline that. Then I'll check, and now I kind of have that new tile, right? And so I am going to window around this. Sorry, it's a new cell, and I'm going to create a new cell. So I'll just group that, and I'll call it cell 1 and click OK. Oops. Cell 2. Click OK. So now I have a new cell. If I come over here and window around this, I can actually come over and pick cell 2, and it will update those to cell 2, right? So maybe let's do this too. It might be interesting. Let's edit that group, and I'm going to pick that, and I'm going to make it a thin line. And let's finish that, and you'll see that cell update there. So now we'll just take this cell and make a tile out of it. So create tile 2. Okay, and then I can copy that from here up to there, and then I can array that just like we were arraying previously. And let's make it 5 again, and if I window around that, I can array it again there to there, and we'll make that 5 again as well. Okay, so now I have a different pattern, or a different version of the pattern. I could come in now and adjust the tile. So if I edit that group, what if I rotate that one, oh, I don't know, by 90 degrees, right? And I take that one and I rotate it by 90 degrees, right? And then finish that, it will go through and update that pattern on the right hand side with the second tile, and now I have a new pattern. So there's multiple different things that you can do, obviously, with the cells and the patterns. So your goal is to do a straight up analysis of the pattern and then come in and adjust it and make a new pattern. You can use the same cell, you can use an updated cell, and then eventually you're going to create your own pattern on a separate sheet. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to take these and place them from the view onto the sheet in order to print them.